Welcome everyone to the evening question and answer session with Khenpo Tenzin. And we invite all of you to raise your hand if you have a question, and we will come around with the microphone. And we'll begin with... We're going to first begin with Khenpo Tenzin's been requested by quite a few students to give the transmission for the Lama Chopa text sadhana. So he's going to give that lung first, and then we'll do the question and answer.
Can you read the page number 4? Yes, the refuge and bodhicitta.
Page 4?
Page number 4.
Page number 4 of the yellow prayer book. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Page 5. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Shakji Jabu Yadung Janzar, Dorjan Jan de Lona Rodang, Marba Mala Jija Gambo Ba, Mahamudra Javan Dogomb, Kagyu Lama Namje Dajon, Dazo Lo Juzon Rover Zinja Labdozor, Lamdan Rover Zinja Labdos, Lam Drova Zivra Zinja Labdozor, Drova Jizon Javar Zinja Labdozor, Jinja Zava Lama Jija Guzon Doja Sinan Dada Dage Julambet, Dage Dimba Dan Zinja Don Labo Jendra Bara Zinja Labdozor. Okay, I began to give this oral transmission, the Lama Chopa text, okay? Javanda Gongba Jimbola Dimbe Lama Choba Joga Yinda Deba Yozo Namongar Der Kanza Kanda Lama Choba Yinda Deba Zabje Zam Jami Junji De Jena Lama Jami Juncher De Jena Lama Choba So Yinga Chongde Chunye Nir Jusham Debe Din La Donen De Get Josong de Lama La Zanjo Barda Dajan Jenyam Danga Jan Rosa Lama Zanje Drubzo Zalin Somje Sim Jabsan Dan Juba Ne Ladan Mayan Juba Zang So Yamdan Yejer Sanan Zawa Lame Be Namgo Gango Jajer Namora Nadraya Namo Bangawa Dembezo Sara Romardan Danga Daya Desumnya Zambedaya Daya Da Benzem Benzema Benzema Dinzom Benzema Beam Mahabodhi Zidam Beze Mahabodhi Mindro Basangramana Beze Savagama Varana Bajodana Beze Zova Yezo Judi Zong Lian Zo Genji Bana Rani Geje Yadan Larza Vendung Garchen Rinpoche Yon Zer Pe De Yadan Zava Lama Da Yirmi Jiang Chuan Je Ting Sum Jiang Go Gum Do Kamran Sim Pe Se Jim Le Tin Dan Ro Ju Ge Yang Ga Dang Dun Zhu Be Ga Da Ju Pen Mar Ga Do Nga De Wan Ye Garchen We Den Der Ding Zi Sa Je Dor Je Jo De La Da Ju Gom Ba Lama Da Jing Ri Dong Ju Ser Jian Chen We Go De Jia Ye Yon Seng Zhe Pe De Den Yadan La Zong Ju Zong Ju Zong 真棒的人的生也给了我这让这一些紧张就今天的都别讲往都别讲啊讲完就把钱就从这从就从口当钱我们他们讲的也给钱了做了几次那点些说东安这当做些根本的都上去别个这点不了就商业用点pompe当年来赢得这样了解啥叫 Meza Samaza Bima Kamala Yasa Don Adebo Badeza Won Jubane Yingan Johnson Jun Jasa Da Juje Do Be Jinda Marmin Chen Jo Yerzeni Romo Je Nangwe Kangkong Kande Da Gemper On Guru Deva Gurun Budarana Sabara Vara Gam Sone Yabda Badeza So Wa Perdan Do Yong Da Renjina Dun Cha Ye Da Ze Jene 用的不用的，那么俺这别在老外边人群的这一大单子些老说把大流浪的今晚那两百民众呢，都从说去农村民众了，这是领的领领从不着，那从都用对面人在半边这些浪我这顶着。 因老等把呢，对上的也跟的老马老狗从那个单位上在也是那上从就这就从就都送姐姐的当说说要上从在北京不垃圾，让的说就像个老狗啊，他都是送就我玩做意思。 可是咱们给做节目这个各种各样的面都是我都把那稍微就叫老妈介绍就说对这话这所有的节目让英语年代眼界也那么就都上这些都那那么这个呢我们那么个人呗在这的老家那当然那确实嘛两个人呗个人嘛们这是的把了我去去那的当然说我那边我也领班 所以都是讲话，他们姐姐各种都讲我现在呗，上上这边讲过人那也是就把这老说呢，就来这个多不了成交了，说是两个多不了成交了，生意这个多不了成交了，这些生意多不了成交了，也是话的办公做那么的，那么站这都个台湾那哥们等是我这当年前呢，也是等白这些人大家往也来都可以上我这，但那老马路帮人引导就那让的，那面上上大人给个说年把金包。 我往年在那边店了买了个烟，就都是在这边给说姐，刚从国外那边做工钱，工的姐老妈都是我一起就那东华店北京的那种些，挣钱老妈就别做那么。上上有点的这个跟啥钱，就跟这边这些做这些就阴阳梦见大金不是说西班这边的嘛，马的说老妈就别做就那老妈就别就高兴了。 前不这个工作就把这做那做就把这那有人那么早晚讲了，我们咱们的商家说白商家东北俺来也来老上来没见过的刚来都北京北上来都把这个了那么为他说别了。 门不让就马那来把这些让他打上，将什么这些人给这个咱们拿的啊，过个么大帮啷这些下那忙啷帮帮的，这边个的感觉大家来也用啊的个的，个别说我这么的把人来。 那不弄个红也不弄也没办的，都把这叶子那个嘛的，中间也算的样子，连这件跟就成了自然那边的。迎着天天的嘛的，迎着的吧，我都有对着这把将手叫嘛啊，往上大做么就不不完的红，我们去大把人家钱，这公把钱能叫他妈那，叫他都钱叫完就把。 要不往半年没人钱，把人钱早就老没做那大，轮着的钱都蛮个就那这个就也当老也做事那也那有大不保障那保王看着嘛，生兄着钱，让那一天就这种为那个送去送他们钱讲做钱，他们就是大概送个也是每个同学。 每个东北就说的那，我就他们家的，我就都当这边人工等的，也有个别上这钱都用他们这让他们把一年这这么办不都就那么大做钱就把我把那把这 bar je ji gong dang bar bala na ala la ji bar rong zo la ji jo ro je ni xian zen bar zo ro gun san je do ban do ba yan ga na za re ga don bala na da da kanya zen ji ma le ba zo ni ra zo zun de ni ni da ye ta la gu yo do ban ze do so de da zo za ma to de si de ngen zhong go be ni liên bang de tam jiu ren ji to ren jian jiu de tam jiu jiu ne dun ni ran zai wa gong ye ye nam jiu zai bu ran jiu ba ji ba de me ba na ye wang de dun ne jia din zhen din no zhe ge zhou ben zhen len zong ge de wan zhe ge nan ge na za zhe ben za ge 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 ye ge xun zuo la zhe e ma wo da yi de dong ta ye do ni do ne da zong ji de ji nam da jie de ji zong zhe wei yin la de nam da rang se a la la ngom zar ma ga ju da ye rang ngom do wei de ni yin zhe wei yi jiu wei re do men ben ngang de zhe la ma ga ran re xin jie la la de ye la me lang ju jia jian de xiang a du zeng a den tam ze ze bao gang zhe song ma da jie ba zhe be zhong san ji din zhen zeng ge ji ba ye lang ye zhen zhen ne jie wei ga yin tam dian jiong ma dan san jie dian ba ju zi san be dong jiu wen zhe le jiu wei le gen dong men zhe ba ran zu zi zhan ba lin da ga ye xie do ye ba zong de ya zong jiong de a ran ri zha re jiu ge gen tsering du zhen de gong ran de mi zhen de gong ba pin de dharma ma de ge jia ba ge Lama jiu mo la ne de song so jie jia gun jian de ba gong ai xin ai ngo nie zai me du jin zhe le yong la jian zang ye la ma xiao la su wang de ba den za wa la ma rong bo jie da ge nian ge bei me de yong ne ga den ji ba gu ne ji song de gu song do jian ngo de za de de da ren ngo de ma len jiu wen ne jiu zhen la ma jiu jiu so dan de de ne zan de jie wa dang jie de ni yin ji san zai ba ren zai de sun pen zo su na ba le zhe bei xian de dian da bei jin da wu ma jie zai jie gong bei yin jiong le zhe ye zhen bu mo la yin de re jie wa yuo jie bei to le zhe zhe bei zhe jie ba ni ban ji ding go bo dan se jie jian rang zu sa zhe jiang da ju de la ni de min ba yo de san jie ren jin ne ba nam jian de nam zhe ren na xie re da jiam ne ji jiu ya zhen nam sa la su dam de yang zhe ni de yo san san da ba ye de zhe jie ge sun de zhe me ye gen zhe jian ji zu song song de ye xie sa la lu zhen jia ba yang da zong ba yo dang jie yin de za wen le jie re nam da zhe ju de dan jia de de ni de ma da ju la ra yang ne ju jie na wan jie ba sen jie la ni mi so la ge wen jiu dan de lu ren na yang san bei ye ran de su gen de bing ye dam jie la song zhe zhe wen bei ban zhe de ge la ye da jing ge lang bei dong ba song jie jian na la zo ba de ran na ju zhe zhe ye dam jie la lang de su ye ge ba sen jie la to mi de ne re zhong ne ge de dong ran bei ye niao ma na za le ge jiu jiu ye de ne jie ba da ba dong ne jie ba sen jie la da ge dong de jie ba zha me ne de dong re song ge ji na罗那巴马东的尼杰达桑就森就就我来森杰罗，知道这个人也就也了不多吧？所以进步的技术是那家军对吧？就从就鸟村两边森杰罗来龙，更多是被抓完那上龙过了，中间老些呢，现在你老交道都就有个有往手多不森杰了。个的现在就这么就能做的被某个被见，就听送过方面反正或者托马也在就话用到那简单就话，咱就到人民公报中，人民公报中工人节定把就他们这老嘛。一上啥你也东西弄这个，就算这个这都也是了大，大家没个东西，人家就去你就这路面领导当，接到某些，我把一件这一般的个这年终这把啥我老是就刚刚这边边买这把个人把忙搞了。苏南的呀，他们就是把你到晚年白着呢，把人的健康那就把人着把也是本做人着哇小。OK So, are you ready to ask some questions or I say more, whatever I think?
Thank you, Khenpo. That was wonderful. I have a very simple question that's maybe hard to phrase. When we visualize the deity and we're a samaya being versus then the actual deity, is the appearance that we're visualizing the same?
Yes.
Oh.
That's... for example, we visualize Actually, there are slightly different Kriya Tantara, Action Tantara, Chaya Tantara, and then Yoga Tantara, and Anu-Yoga Tantara. They have a slightly different way to visualization, but recently also other Dharma friends ask me often about that part, so I think it's very help you if I share a little bit about that. When you visualize Yidam deity at that moment, first you should, for example, self-visualization, you can think, I'm a Yidam. So you start from there. But after a little while, then don't perceive, I am Yidam. Don't think often. Just think Yidam, not somewhere. Or Yidam is there, here, or up, down. Don't worry. Just if your mind does not separate from Yidam, then that is the perfect. Okay.
Thank you, Khenpo. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about how we should be mindful of or respond to our physical body and experience while we're doing generation stage practice.
Oh yes, actually, during the generation stage, there are 5 methods. Among them, the 2 methods are very helpful for us. So, number 1 is instantaneously visualize. That means its example is like a fish jumped from the water. That means it doesn't hold anything. Fish does not engage any other material things. Fish just jumps from the water. Likewise, we just think or perceive or visualize oneself as Yidam. At that moment, we don't particularly, specifically apply other kind of arms, head, and legs, something like that. But then another way is first we are going to understand that this body has established elements, 4 elements. The 4 elements, actually, when we're talking about 4 elements, they are outer elements, and we see them. We can touch them. For example, earth elements means earth. Wind elements means wind. Fire elements means fire. Water elements means water. So that's we understand. But then second time, what should we understand is our body is the essence of elements. So essence of elements means not these gross elements. We possess essence of elements. For that reasons, we can sit, because we possess element of earth. That's where we can stay or stand up. We also possess element of wind. For that reasons, we can move and we can walk. Likewise, we possess element of fire. That's where our body is warm. Likewise, then we possess element of water. That's where we in our body has blood. So first we are going to understand that, and after that, then we should understand that the essence of our forms element, the essence of our body's elements are yidams, 5 yap and 5 yums. But if we are still unclear about that, if we do not study about this, then the way of practice, what we can think is, then we have this our form is a combination of the elements, but the essence of these elements is yidam deities. We start from this there, and then we visualize our body is yidams. For example, we can forget that we have 2 arms and 2 legs and 1 head. When we visualize, for example, 1,000 arms of Chenresig, we have 1,000 arms, and then and we have 11 face or heads. And then what we can think is, oh, I have. We can think I have 1,000 arms. That means we are going to generate compassion. 1,000 arms always doing like that means ready to help us. So that's where we should generate compassion. That is very important. And then in the hands, each hand there are eyes. That means we see mother beings suffering. And at the same time, we can see their path of liberation. So we are going to go there, and we should help them. And then we are going to guide them, or we are going to free them from suffering. So that is the main crucial. And then at the same time, then as Rinpoche often told us, we are going to, actually that's Marpa and Malaraba, they often mentioned, if we don't understand these 5 aggregates are the yidam deity, then these 5 aggregates is the cause of suffering. That's why I'm headache, I'm cold, something like that. I'm tired. At that time, when we say I'm tired, that means our body gets tired, so forth. But then, if we understand the true nature of our body, then this body is yidam deity. That means we are going to forget this ordinary form and just we visualize yidam's form. But then there are that's 2 parts are pretty easy part. Then if I make more complicated, then I say tongue is Chenresig, eye is Vajrapani, and then the ears are Shiti Garba. There are lots of ways to visualize, but I think that's okay.
Thank you, Khenpo. Question about the Black Snake discourse. In the point 4, when we're talking about the inner Mahayoga practice, it mentions a term where it says ascetic practice, and then it's Truljuk, I think, Vrata, in Sanskrit, and in Tibetan I can't pronounce it, but it's point 11 in the notes in the back, number 11. I was wondering what this means, what this ascetic practice means, and also what the term means, and
which page?
Page 5, bottom of the page.
So can you repeat? Sorry, or
the ascetic practice, which is note 11. I wonder what that term means.
Ascetic practice. That means
note 11 on page 11.
Okay.
Actually, this part, Khenpo Tenzin, he explained vividly. And also, you all, actually, this part is better to you ask him tomorrow. And I think tomorrow, yeah, you have opportunity to ask this part. Then it's very clear. He has definitely a very clear answer. So that's I think it's you can ask. But I obviously tell you this this paragraph. Then probably you can a little bit understand some part. So I just followed the Tibetan part because it's quite difficult to compare with Tibetan and English here for me. According to the its example corresponding view of the inner Mahayoga. Inner Mahayoga, it used inner Mahayoga. So actually, it's a yoga. It means actually in Sanskrit yoga, but it translated into Tibetan. Then this word became very profound. Otherwise, Sanskrit yoga means what? Yoga means yoke. I think in English called yoke. That means perhaps you understand that in Tibet, farmers, they use, Indian also use same thing. When they plow ground, there are two yaks. There is one yoke, one, and then they're tied on their shoulder. That means they cannot move anywhere. So the yoga means that. So then it translated into Tibetan. Then nanjul. Nanjul means then. Actually, in the simple word is nanjul means that we focus on the true nature. We focus on the true nature, and then we relax or rest at ease there. So nanjul means like that. And then often you can hear the explanation of nanjul. And then here says, beings increase the awareness that all pollution factor existing like illusion. That means this all the phenomena, whatever we see, the all phenomena are not solid phenomena. For example, oh, you are, he is, this is a mountain, this is a river. We don't perceive like that. After we become like a yogi or something like that. How should we understand is, right now we see, oh, this mountain, this is river, this is person. We see that because our mind is thoughts. That means our mind covered by thoughts. That's why we see this is a mountain. So that's why, oh, there's earthquake. And then many people die. We see, oh, many people die. And if they also destroy in our life. But because we have our mind covered by afflictive thoughts or negative thoughts. But then we see illusion means whatever we see is like a dream. As Khenpo mentioned today, Saraha mentioned there's 8 great examples, like a mirage and dream, and also what is called this echo and so forth. There has different. The reason we have these 8 different metaphors because our realizations increase higher and higher. Then we see things like first we see like a dream. Last night I have some dream, something like that, and then tomorrow, last night I had some dream, but today there's nothing, something like that. We only know, but during the dream we cannot understand. But then we hear some echo. At that time we can see this. Oh, this is echo. This is not a real person's sound or speech, something like that. So then I think it's too long for you. Then the main thing is what we are going to understand is. So number one. We see a snake. We see a snake. Of course, we are afraid of snake. And then some people see snakes. Some people see snakes' reflection, and they don't understand that reflection is reflection, or that reflection is snake's reflection. So that's where they are afraid. And but this the yogi who that's the inner yogi, actually inner Mahayogi, that means who realizes, who practitioner who reached on that stage, and then they understand that this is a fake snake. This is a reflection of a snake. They clearly understood and decisively know, or confidently know, or this is a snake's reflection or fake snake. But then that practitioner, what don't try to do one thing, or what try to do another thing, is that person then this is a fake snake, but that person not yet freed from fixation on the fake snake. I think your main question is that this reflection is also, in the Mahayana way we say, emptiness. That practitioner can't do that. In the Vajrayana, we can say these snake's reflection is snake's reflection also is union of clarity and emptiness, or non-duality. That practitioner can't do that, but that practitioner only perceive that, oh, this is the fake snake. That's where I can step on there. So I can remove this. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of this. So that's where they have a small fixation yet. Probably that is your abstract practice, means that, okay? If a question answer is too long, then you can say or something like that, okay? I don't understand why you try to say something like that. Okay.
So we listened to this black snake discourse, and my understanding is that there are these 5 views or perspectives on reality. And my question is, are these 5 views to be seen as a hierarchy? That means going from low to high? And or are these views relatively equivalent in the sense that they're valid views for people to hold at various stages of their life or their development? And then the only hierarchy that I'm aware of in Mahayana is the Bhumi ladder of the Bodhisattvas. And I was wondering if it makes any sense to create some correlation between these 5 views and the ladder, the Bhumi ladder of the Bodhisattvas.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I'm clear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Actually, there's exactly as you said. There's these 5 people or 5 example. These there's I personally think that is it's very good examples, but it's coming from lower to up, something like that. Like a first bhumi to the 11th bhumi in the Sutrayana, or first bhumi to the 13th bhumi in the Vajrayana. Very similar, but the way of the explain is different. So that is all the teachings has different kind of, they use different methods. So for welfare of all beings. It does not mean they try to show their kind of skills or knowledge or something like that. That always they're making different kind of forms or different idea introduced in different ways. But then what we are going to think is definitely this is same like this is actually it does not mention only Vajrayana. It does not mention only the Mahayana. Everything bring together, so then it explain about the view. So for that reason, there is a say, Lord Jigten Sungku said, if one is outside of Buddha's teaching, then one's experience is, even one can fly in the space. Lord Jigten Sungku says, I'm not surprised. If somebody hold the earth in the left hand and the sun right hand, and they just throw like a balls, play games, I'm not surprised. That means Lord Jigten Sungku mentioned that if one practice is opposite of Buddha's teachings, that means then this practice is incorrect. The reason is Buddha, it does not mean, oh, we are Buddhist, that's why we must follow Buddha. It does not mean that. Even Buddha himself says, you examine my teachings, you think my teachings. But the thing is, what he says is, the Jigten Sungku mentioned that is, Jigten Sungku said Buddha accomplished omniscient wisdom. So that's why Buddha know everything very clearly. So that's why this teaching 100% sure follow the Buddha's teachings, 10th bhumis and 13th bhumis. That's why for sure this is not outside of there, but the slightly different is the way of introduce. Sometimes it mentioned like a Mahayana, like a Madhyamaka terms, and then Madhyamaka system and Chaya Tantara and Kriya Tantara makes quite similar, and they put same position and they explain the same way. But eventually it says that final, the highest view is non-duality. Whatever it explained, eventually it comes on the non-duality. That's where this is the also perfect teaching. It's not outside of Buddha's teaching, so it gradually coming through this way. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Khenpo. You just gave us a beautiful lung, and I wanted to know if there was any specific instructions before we go to sleep this evening to do a mantra, seal the energy, whatever you have to share.
Yes, this actually Lord Jigten Sungku often said that mindfulness is the legs of meditators or meditation, and devotion is the head of meditation. So that means meditation is like our form. If we are going to somewhere, then we are going to go through our legs. So that's where mindfulness is very important. And then devotion is extremely important. So best thing is try to arise devotion in your mind. You can think that Lord Jigten Sunggung and His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche are inseparable. And then best thing is Lord Jigten Sunggung, His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche, and your mind are inseparable. So then if you visualize a home, visualize a blue home, or visualize, just focus on the home and try to arise devotion and then sleep. So the mindful, that means you apply your mindfulness. Oh, right now I'm ready to go to sleep, ready to go to my bedroom. So that's where I'm ready to arise devotion. So you try to arise devotion. Devotion means actually devotion comes from or occur from faith, but the best, excellent devotion is you decisively think, my mind and His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche are inseparable. You think that. And then it's just when you breathe out, it's a home, breathe in, home, breathe out, home, breathe in. Just not particularly don't do that naturally when home, or you just hold this hand, your channel is, or it's like a bump, yeah? Bump was what's called this. Pause, yes, like a home. And then you sleep, then all your consciousness of all your action, dreams all become virtues. Okay? Thank you.
That was my question.
Oh, that was his question also.
Oh, yeah. There.
Yes.
Khenpo Lak, I often have, if I'm practicing or even if I'm attending teachings, that I'll just sort of self-arise as naratmya, and it's not a practice I do. And I had the empowerment in 1995, and I'm always curious, like, you know, it just arises, and I'll, you know, like I could be doing, like when I was on my Chenresig retreat, you know, and or sometimes just like at teachings and.
Okay, so sorry, can you repeat?
Oh, so my question is like, sometimes I just, you know, I'll be practicing or I'll be listening to a teaching, and then I'll have an arising of naratmya. Like I had that Ahivajra empowerment like back in 1995. It's not a practice I do, and I'm just, you know, I'm always like really curious about that.
Oh. So yeah, many practitioners actually received many profound empowerments. That's really wonderful. I totally rejoice on it. And at the same time, sometimes people are quite difficult to practice because not often we practice like a Vajraya or something like that. So practicing Lama Chupa, Guru Yoga, because all the thousands of Buddhas, they came from Guru, is Vajrayana teaching mentioned that. So this Guru Yoga practice, this is very kind of convenient, very suitable. So you can practice this, and then try to keep some samayas. The empowerment always we have samaya. But the common samaya, the Vajrayana and the Sutrayana both, is the Vajrasattva. So practice Vajrasattva mantra. Best way is the longer one. Actually, Vajrasattva mantra is very profound. We recite that frequently, but for example, it mentioned like Supukhayo me bhava, Supukhayo me bhava. That means Supukhayo me bhava means may I. We ask to Vajrasattva, may I experience profound joy. And then second, Supuchayo me bhava means, may I realize self-awareness. Actually, this recitation mentioned that. So that's where, even we, sometimes confession means we think we are going to do something physically or through verbally. Of course, they are. But another way is you are try to experience union of clarity and bliss, or try to understand self-awareness. That is confession, that is dedication, that is the ultimate bodhicitta. So that's why then your samaya will be pure. That is my what I would like to share with you. Okay.
Thank you, Khenpo, for answering our questions, and thank you everybody for asking questions. It's really incredible to listen to the Dharma in every dimension. But my question is more of a curiosity. So the tanka behind you of Jetsun Milarepa, in the upper right corner, it's covered right now, but there's a Kalachakra on that upper right corner. You can't see it, but I was just curious about the relationship between Jetsun Milarepa and Kalachakra, and if you have any informations or stories that you could share with us.
Oh, yes. Actually, this Vajrayana has four, it's divided four. That's four tantra or tantric systems. So that is, I mentioned the Jaya Tantra, Action Tantra, Chaya Tantra, and Yoga Tantra and Ana-Yoga Tantra. Ana-Yoga Tantra also has Father Tantra, like Nguye Samaja, Mother Tantra, like Vajrayogini and so forth. And then this Nimi Ju means a non-dual Vajrayana. So that is the Kalachakra. So, but this Mother Tantra and the Father Tantra, this both combine with this this non-dual Tantra. I think there are other words I don't remember certainly here. So that's where not only Milarepa, we all connect Kalachakra. We all connected Kalachakra. Maybe you see somewhere the Kalachakra mandala. Kalachakra mandala means actually we have a sand mandala. This during the empowerment they build sand mandala. That's one thing. But there is another way. We call namchowanti. Namchowanti means there are many colors painted, many colors, and then sometimes people put this the door side, or sometimes they just curve on the wood, small piece of wood, and put on the road or somewhere. So that means that is the mantra. Hakcha Malawarayang, this Kalachakras, one mantra. So that is actually a special mantra that, for instance, if you are going to build a new house in a new place, then if that place honored by some nagas or mountain gods or something like that, and you put this, then they understand. They understood. Oh, yeah, you are that person. So welcome, something like that. And also sometimes the people die, and the dead body carry, and on the channel ground, the people carry this. Also, there are many. This is in the also in our Dharma society how we utilize that. But that's internally, I mentioned these 5 elements. And then going more deep, that is the represent of 5 color of wisdom. So this Mani Rinpoche mentioned the wisdom wind. So that's where the Milarepa and we all actually connect the Kalachakra. Okay?
One question. Somebody that didn't ask yet. You want?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I was looking at the painting with the different animals, like the progression for the meditation that it's there in the corridor. And someone was explaining it to me, but I was not sure what the rabbit meant there, and I was wondering if you could explain that to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, we start from the stupa. Right now we painted the stupa there, yeah? We means actually I didn't touch that, but that's my grasping. So this generally there's a temple has 3 layers that represent. So I just explained through that way. So it's a formless realm, desire and form realms and desire realm. The 3 realms is represent. The reason is we meditate shamatha, we will gain the bliss, clarity, and emptiness. So that's where at that time we gain some kind of these experiences. So that's the representative of that. And then there is 6 more curves. That is the 6 powers, represent 6 powers. And then the elephant is a represent of our mind. And then elephant, with elephant, there is a monkey is a represent of our this agitated mind. Then there is the rabbit. You asked me that rabbit is also. There are 2. We explain 2 ways. One is it says drowsiness, like a foggy or sleepy or something like that. That makes more sense. Also, sometimes it says subtle, agitated mind. So then there is a monk is a meditator. And then there is a monk who hold the hook in the right hand is your attentiveness. That means attentiveness means like this. Where is thought coming, something like that. And then left hand holds a lasso. Lasso is a represent of the mindfulness. So our mind running out, the elephant of mind running out, and then this we use this lasso and then hold. And then slowly he has a small weight dropped here. That means elephant's head. At that time, first our mind is just like a crazy elephant. It's very powerful. It go everywhere. We cannot control it. But we apply mindfulness of lasso or lasso of mindfulness and hook of the attentiveness. And then elephant has a special way to training that if we say something the elephant doesn't listen when they become crazy. But then we use the lasso and then we say something, but then behind the ear, they have a special kind of a sensitive sensation or something like that. And then this hook, how to say, touch on that area. And then they slowly come down. That means they become little weight here, weight down. And then we meditate. There are 9 methods in the Abhidharma Kosha text. So we apply step by step. And there are 5 faults. We are going to eliminate them. We apply 8 special qualities. There are 8 special qualities. We apply them. And then slowly, then the elephant become weight. And then this monkey becomes weight, and the rabbit becomes a weight. After little while, then a monkey and rabbit disappear. That means our drowsiness and agitated mind less interrupt our meditation. And then slowly this the monk and elephant goes. Eventually, a monk sits in front of a cave, and the elephant sit there too. That means if your body keep meditation posture, then your mind relax with you. And then after a little while, then radiate light from his heart, the monk's heart. That means then this monk start to radiate wisdom. And then almost this monk ready to become, how to say, achieve vipassana. And then slowly this monk sit on the elephant, and then monk and elephant both flies. That means elephant flies that represent your mind attend spiritual training. We call it Sem-Xinjiang. That means wherever you are going to focus, for example, you are going to focus Chenresig, you just focus Chenresig one time, and then you can stay there maybe 1 week. No hungry, no thirsty, no tired, not hurt, so not fall asleep or something like that. And then this monk fly, that means we call it Lu Ximjiang, that means your body becomes, your body also freed from this grasping, something like that. So that means then your, that's where Milarepa flew when he was retreat in the mountainside. So that moment, then you apply wisdom wind, and then your body become very light. Even the first over experience is we sit on the throne like this. First, our body is little heavy. Sometimes it hurts our bottom, or sometimes it little bit hurts in some part. But then we become like a single feather. Single feather falls on the ground. That means there's no sound. Otherwise, it's pretty light, but sound, that means little heavy. But if one single feather through here, it goes on this table is very light. So that means our body becomes very soft. And after then this monk hold a sword, the top of there as a fire, wisdom fire. That means then that monk attend the vipassana. At that moment, that monk achieved the first bhumi. Then his mind is 100% joy. Oh, this is first bhumi and first path. That means, oh, I never see these things before. No, I see this very happy, something like that. Tonglen or something. So that's later. And yeah, okay. There's.
Thank you. I have a quick question. So my question is a little different. I wanted to personally ask about I've heard from various different sources that astrologically based on people's birth chart, you could find and determine a deity or a yidam that is most beneficial for your spiritual growth. How important or relevant do you think that is? And if so, how do we determine that?
You mean you don't visualize yidams, how benefit?
No, using astrology.
Oh, astrology.
Yeah, to find who your yidam is. Is that important?
Oh, yeah. Yes, the astrology actually, I think Tibetan astrology, Tibetan medicine is actually came from Dharma. That's very fortunate, I think. So that's where they have, we call Tsering Rinpoche, that is the middle level and entire level. So that's where they understand your past life. They don't understand very, very kind of many lives, but this past life, they understood. Your past life is a monk or your past life is a bird. They understood. And then after, they understand that your future, this next life, what happened, and in this life, what happened, they understood. The reason is Tibetan astrology came from Buddhism. Is when we practice, for example, Vajrayana, and then slowly we will understand that how we breathe through our nostrils. From nostrils, for example, my right nostril, I breathe 5 colors of wind. That is the first I breathe, not first, they all come together, but winds, earth's wind, fire wind, water wind, space wind, and the wind's wind. That's they all. I breathe slowly. I know through Vajrayana practice, for example, and then I will gain the clairvoyance. Then through this breathe through nostrils, I will understand what obstacle will come to me. For example, tomorrow or next week. And then since from today, I try to prevent them. So this is just an example. I don't mean again that things just make sense. So astrologers also, they focus on they can focus more with this subtle wind, but gross wind of your body and gross elements of your body. So that's where they know, and then they know which yidam is more benefit for you. That means how they understand is, this practitioner has the problem which is related like a wind disease or wind elements. Sometimes wind elements does not balance, or then maybe this one yidam, they prefer for you one yidam. And then sometimes they say, this practitioner engage with the kind of water elements. So that's where then that practitioner need some like a wealth yidam deity, like a Rena Sambhava or something like that. So that's sometimes they tell you. So it's important. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry for somebody raised a hand up, but today we stop here, and then thank you so much, all of you. If I made any mistakes, please, I confess in front of you all, and then please arise some bodhicitta, and then we dedicate, okay? Chanjo Zenjo Rinpoche Ma Jie Ba Na Jie 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 Ba Nyan Ba Me Ba Yang Gong Ne Gong De Pe Wa Shuo. Yeah. Thank you. Have a wonderful good evening with your guru.